I know you cannot see me. I'm driving home at night. I just came from my Bible study, and a thought came to me as I was there. And it's, I guess you can say, a subject title. I think I'm going to learn to teach on it, but it's called The Pain That Doesn't Lie. And it's that simple ability for our God to teach and to make something amazing as a result of the pain that we have to endure. And I'm not talking about the pain that comes from our disobedience, from our ignorance, the lashings that come from, sins of our forefathers, or something that's generationally passed down to you. I'm not talking about that pain, but I'm talking about that pain that Job had to go through. He never asked for it. He wasn't looking for it. He was fine and content where he was. Nevertheless, our God allowed this pain to be inflicted on him, whether it be spiritually, naturally, emotionally, physically, financially. He was hit in all these areas of his life. But God saw it fit that through his pain, he was elevated. And through his pain, he was also tested to see his infinity for God and his, conviction and commitment to the will and to the purpose that God has ordained for his life, And so much as Satan had to deliberately make it a point to go up and to ask God for permission to mess with him. Listen, Satan can't do nothing that Satan can't do a thing that he has no permission to do. When I say that, whether that's permission from you or permission from God. First of all, actually, both. Because if he has permission from you, that means it was permitted by God. God can stop anything and hold back anything that he so chooses and so desires. But in the end of the day, he chose to say, can I mess with this one? I'll prove to you. Listen, Satan's a fool. He can't prove nothing to God because he knows everything. But what God also wanted Job to see is that there is reward in doing good and not becoming weary and trusting me and walking faith by faith. And so you can use that twofold principle to say, God, whatever it is or whatever reason why I've gone through the obstacles and the things that I've mounted up in my life, whatever it is that I had to go through and whatever points it had to make, God, I pray that through it all, the lesson that I'm supposed to learn, the growth that I'm supposed to get from that growing pain, that it be manifested positively in my life, and that I would use the good seeds from that very bad situation to create good fruit. Now, that might be funny the way I'm saying it, but I think I understand that, and I hope anyone who's listening to it or gets a chance to hear it would understand what I said, what I mean by that. But think about some of these very impoverished areas and economies and worlds. And they don't have a Walmart or Stop and Shop or a fast food joint that they can drive through to go pick up a 99-cent burger and some French fries to feed themselves for the night, or to even grab a pack of sunflower seeds. They don't have that luxury. But what they do have is they have seeds, they have earth, and they can rely on the water and rain that falls, whether it be from the sky or whether it be from a well or a river, whatever it is. Now, given they are in a very bad situation, it's very dire, it doesn't make any sense because it's such a hard life to live, they still are able to gain the seeds that they need to plant into the earth and to bear up fruit and plant and vegetation of whatever, so that they're able to eat. Now, the situation isn't good, but that doesn't make them any less happier than someone who has the riches of Bill Gates. So that's what I mean when I say that. Like, The situation may not look good. Your finances may not look good. Your relationships may not necessarily look good at the moment. But there's progression, and there's great lessons, great seeds of principles and statutes of God's will and word that we can see that is bound up in our situations that we go through, whether permissible or ordained, that we can learn from, and that we have the ability to bear up even greater fruit because of the future that we have. And we can come with that brokenness and say, God, make me a beautiful mosaic piece of art, you know. So that was really what was on my heart, and I didn't want to be here too long. So I'm going to post this and end it here. I'm going to go and go to bed, but that was something that really came from me, the pain that does not lie. I'll see y'all later. Good night.